The literary term for this week is foreshadowing. You should write down the term and the definition in your Bellringer book. A quick definition is this one. Foreshadowing is when a writer alerts the reader to something that will occur later in the work. You might remember this foreshadowing from the movie The Lion King. Young Mufasa is told by his father Simba that the great lion kings of the past are present in the stars, and Simba just has to look upwards for guidance and comfort. We know that when Mufasa is killed, Simba eventually gets guidance from his father, from the stars. For another popular culture example of foreshadowing, we can look at this still from the Star Wars prequel entitled The Phantom Menace. As this is a prequel movie, there are many hints at what is to come in the following films in the Star Wars franchise. Have a look at the boy and the shadow behind him. You can see that the shadow is of Darth Vader. Now, if you aren't familiar with Star Wars, dare I say that your life is incomplete and you have some catching up to do. The young boy is the chosen one, Anakin Skywalker. Those two examples were from the world of film. In written literature, we come across foreshadowing in plays and novels. In older literature, such as that written by William Shakespeare, foreshadowing often has elements of the supernatural in it. For example, in the play Macbeth, the witches chant "Something wicked this way comes" just before the character of Macbeth enters on stage. The audience is being warned by the witches that this man, Macbeth, will soon be up to no good. In To Kill a Mockingbird, Aunt Alexandra experiences a shiver of apprehension the night of the school pageant. This warns readers that something untoward will happen to the two children, Scout and Jem. Indeed, the whole chapter leads up to the attack on the children by Bob Ewell. All good writing should have an element of foreshadowing in it. One of my favorite quotes is this one by Anton Chekhov, a Russian playwright and short story writer. He said, "If in the first act you have hung a pistol on the wall, then in the following one, it should be fired." Good writers have various elements in their plays, novels, dramas, which are intentionally integrated. Don't confuse foreshadowing with flashbacks. Foreshadowing hints at what will happen later in the piece. Alert readers will pick the clues up as they go along. Flashbacks occur when the writer transports the reader back in time. This is often used to fill in some gaps in the story, to lead to a deeper understanding of present events. Sometimes a writer will deliberately give you false or misleading clues or bits of information. This is done on purpose to keep the reader guessing and to engage the reader in the mystery. This is a technique often used in detective stories. We call these deliberately misleading clues red herrings. This cartoon tests your visual literacy skills, as well as your knowledge of what foreshadowing is. Take a moment to look at the picture. Can you explain the humor? What kind of birds are these? That's right, turkeys. I know this because of the wattle on the bird's neck. Did you notice the shadow behind the adult turkey? Do you see that the head is missing? This turkey teacher is inadvertently informing the turkey chicks what their likely futures are. headless, and on a dinner plate. Can you explain how humor is created in this cartoon? Give it a try. Who knows? Your teacher might include it in an assessment. This video is one of a series of Bellringer activities. Students should have Bellringer books. Mine use hardcover A5 notebooks in which they jot down the notes, definitions, and reminders from these Bellringer videos. If you'd like to incorporate more of these Bellringer videos in your teaching or learning, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video with your friends and colleagues. Feel free to drop me a line at the email address that you see on the screen if you have any suggestions or requests for more Bellringer activities.